notoriety that goes with it? You know what I mean? Like the fame and fortune? Or do you want your name out there? Or do you just want to do the big events?
Honestly, right now, for me, what matters the most is being booked.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. To make up for 2020, the money, so that I don't have to do a shitty 9 to 5. Because I even if I really wanted to be honest with you, I wouldn't. I can't do a 9 to 5 anymore.
Amen,
We were just talking about that earlier. The reason why we clicked was because I was talking to her about my background in sales, and I worked for Pacific Sales, and they sell high-end appliances out in Thousand Oaks. And I love that job because I happened to be working with my best friend at the time. He got me in, and and I learned a bunch of stuff. I had never sold appliances in my life.
Right.
I was always in the cell phone industry. So anyway, it was cool to work and to learn, and I got to travel, and they sent me places. All that job was cool. The thing that just got me was people, and that was just the honest truth. People,
they're everywhere.
Just people were just like
There's some in this room right now.
like they were doing me a favor, and when they acted like that, I just couldn't. I couldn't function, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I would literally shut down and be like, I can't snap at this person because, it's my job. Once I stopped looking at it like that, I literally lost like all respect for that. That line that you're supposed to have between a customer and an employee, that kind of faded away from me. If you're talking to me this way, then I get to talk to you like this.
Yeah.
So that started happening, and of course it didn't go very well with my Pacific salespeople.
No.
My manager was like, you need to take it. I remember because this lady came in and she was just off on one. And I'm like, I start going back. We start going tit for tat. I'm like, you want everything refunded? That's great. Not a problem. There's a 15% restocking fee on everything that we've already taken from you. Because we delivered it and you took delivery of it. So, when you signed this, you knew that's what that was. So, yes, we're going to put 15% restocking fee on everything we take back. On top of that.
Every time he says that, all I hear at the end is, bitch.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what I wanted to say. But I couldn't.
But I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it.
And so did she. And I really felt like I was putting it out there to the point where I'm like, I want you to feel as uncomfortable as you've made me feel.
Bitch.
That's what it was. So my manager from way in the fuck out in the other side of the showroom, I hear him hauling ass, coming over to me. Jesse, I think you need to take a break. Your break time, right? And I'm like, no, I don't need to take a break.
And we're talking like all high-end appliances? So like $20,000 ranges.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just the range. Just the stove.
Just the stove for layman's terms. Just the stove was $20,000.
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, actually the order, if I'm not mistaken, it was somewhere around 80 or 90,000.
And you get commission off that? What was the percentage?
It was shit, bro. It was shit because
it's like awful. Like you make like $200 off a $20,000 sale.
Sort of. Well, it was higher than that, but it was. We worked off a pole, which was worse. It was a pool. I'm sorry. Think of it as a pool.
Oh.
You could do $20.
Off a pool is way different.
You could put 20. I put in 800. This guy puts in 100.
Oh no!
At the end of all this, splits that. Yeah.
Oh, he sucks.
That shit was bad because it's like.
So you
There's
can
no
be
incentive.
kicking ass and he's doing nothing and he gets just as much money as you do.
Absolutely.
Zero
That
incentive.
sucks.
And I'm not saying I was a top dog because I wasn't. I was always shy from first place sometimes. And that shit I would hate that because I'm like, why can't I ever really get there? But now it was because my heart wasn't in it the way these guys were. And it wasn't like I was doing anything different. I just felt like maybe my vibe was, like that.
It just wasn't for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So my manager comes over and he pulls me aside and he's like, he told me that exact same thing. Like, I think you're done here. Like, I'm like, were you sending me home? And he's like, no, I meant like, I don't think you want to do this job anymore. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. Like, I really don't. Like, I really don't want to be doing this.
Yeah.
And I had still been DJing on the side. I was doing backyard gigs. No lie, man. Literally a year. No, I was already starting to do the Galaxy. But I was doing stuff for the stadium, for the venue, not for the actual Galaxy. So that was the incentive too. That I was like, well, I still got this going on, and they're paying way better.
Yeah.
And all I got to do is work 3 hours or 2 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. So that's what kind of led me into just dropping the whole thing. And I never looked back, bro.
Yeah.
Never.
You're your own boss.
Yeah.
That's it. 5 years from now. Speedy D Productions. No,
Yes. So
not
what?
even that. Just Speedy D.
Well, ELA Productions. ELA Productions. So 5 years from now, hopefully, there'll be plenty of DJs that we could probably bring in here, and they're all working for me.
Nice.
It's happened before. It happened before, quarantine. I was already building a good list of DJs, and I was already handing out gigs and getting a small percentage off that. And I was being extremely fair with them,
Right.
because I figured I know the grind. I've done it, so
Right.
that was supposed to take off in 2020. Not that I hate.
It's all good, man. You're winding the gears. Come on, look at you. Mijares tomorrow. Mijares is like, ¿quién es ese muchacho?
Is that how I
¿Quién
talk?
será?
No,
No, that's how
No,
Mijares
that's a
talks.
Diaz. That's a Diaz.
That's Mijares talking.
is it?
Tráigame ese muchacho al camerino. ¿Tú cómo te llamas?
Right?
Speedy D.
Speedy D.
Me gusta el nombre. Vámonos de gira.
And that's it. I'm gone. Bye.
Bye. Let me check with my wife.
And I'm
She gonna say
gone.
yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Check with
Yeah.
my wife.
She'd be like, I can't wait till he's gone.
Talking about customer service and everything. Now at the events, did you hear about that photographer that deleted all the pictures for the wedding because they didn't serve him food? There was a photographer at a wedding. He got hired for the wedding.
Stop.
He deleted all the pictures because they didn't give him food.
See, and that's the wrong way to look at it. You shouldn't go to these gigs expecting that you're gonna eat,
Yeah.
And
Right.
that
Or
one
that they're gonna do
photographer
anything.
Gave all photographers a bad name.
Yep.
or that they owe you anything. They're paying you to be there anyway.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
I stack up. I go and I'll take my water bottle. Sometimes I take a little.
So you're
little
set.
cooler.
You're set. You're cool. You know. I guess it's a lot of people see it as like what disrespect. You should always feed somebody that's helping you out. But this guy took it a little too far.
But helping means like they're not paying you.
That's hired work.
yeah.
yes.
That's hired work. That's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they didn't click with him like that.
No, something was up with him. You know what I mean? He was hangry to the extreme.
Probably.
I
That's
bet
his
he
fault,
regretted deleting those pictures right away. I bet he's like,
That's
oh my
horrible.
God, what did I just do?
That's someone's moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Everything.
my point. Like that big an
No.
event. If he did it for other stuff, like
Catching fades after that.
What if he was the bride's ex or something?
Ooh.
probably. Yeah,
Well, then that's their bad for hiring some.
That's
Yeah.
That's on
that's
them.
on her.
Yeah,
She's
that's-
like, let's just let it go.
He was
What
hired.
did you expect?
He was double hired. He was hired by the ex to delete that.
Probably.
Yikes.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait, you do you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
I do. Every weekend I do.
So
Yeah, I'm busy, dude. I mean, 2021 it picked up for me.
Awesome.
I've had events on Tuesdays. Sometimes I have an event coming up on Monday. I mean, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm good. You know what I mean? I like it. I'm my own boss.
Exactly.
So I mean,
How can you go
well,
back?
the DJs tell me what to play and stuff. Well, they tell me what to say and they give me the itinerary, but still,
Yeah,
you know,
but see,
I run that part of it. I like it.
exactly. And how could you go back to some 9 to 5 shit?
I can't. I haven't had 9 to 5 for woo. Hold on, last 9 to 5 I had was homeschooling the kids during quarantine, bro. That was it. I haven't had a 9 to 5 since Terry Hines. I don't even remember what year that was. I can't do it. The thing with me, bro, is if you sit me down at the desk, I'm gonna get up right away and be like, "What are you doing? What do you guys? You know, what are we gonna do today? You know, I can't do it. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But you say you work for a company, but I'm sure they give you all creative liberties, correct?
Yeah, I mean, the expectation is that we're essentially working all day, right? But we work, like, we create our own schedule. The only thing that gets put on my schedule by the company is if I need to go on a new consultation.
Yeah.
So a new client, wants to sign up, then that gets thrown on my schedule, and I'm expected to go out there. Other than that, I'm a lead, so I have my list of clients. I dictate, what I'm working on, when I'm working on it, when I go see specific clients, and I just tag it all in my calendar. And our office manager can see, and if she's booking stuff for me, she fits it into my calendar, assuming that I'm taking new appointments.
Yeah.
And that's it. Otherwise, I sit there, I make my own schedule for
You
the
make it
most
sound
part.
so cool.
I think
It's a lot of work. I mean, it's cool and it's not. I mean,
Look
like
at it.
anything, right? If you love it, it's a good time.
Yeah.
that's exactly.
If
what
you
I'm
love
gonna
it, it's
say.
a good time, and then you get those clients that are, pain in the rear. But otherwise,
Bless you.
it's for the most part, it's a really cool time.
Yeah, and then not to say that anybody has a 9 to 5.
Oh yeah, no. Some people strive.
Oh, no.
They're
No,
made
and
for
see,
it.
I
Exactly.
like that because I can't tell you how many times Rigo's been like, you need to do your own thing. You need to do your own thing. And I have
But
just,
if you like the structure of it, it's fine.
well,
And-
I
and
have
there's-
always known that I never wanted to do my own thing. I grew up with two parents with their own businesses.
Oh, so you've been on
And-
that side.
And I just didn't want to. I want to be able to, quote unquote, clock in and clock out.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
good.
I want to be able to go home and check out
There
and
is
be with
that.
my family
Yeah.
and enjoy my time and not be thinking, what else do I need to do? And I need to order this, or I need to call so-and-so, or so-and-so sick, or there's a lot
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
work that goes behind running a business.
Absolutely.
And of course there's payoffs, right? There's pros and cons.
Right.
Right.
But I've always
Benefits.
known that was just never
that?
something to get.
Benefits.
What's that?
Benefits.
No, I don't know
Yeah.
what that is.
Health insurance.
I just knew that was not
Job
something that was going to
security.
be
Job
in my
security.
future.
Yeah.
See, I can't break anything now because
Yeah. You better
Any-
carry it, drag it. You better hire people. You better be hiring people to carry those.
Yeah, see, you get to call for a day.
Turntables.
I'm like, say something happens to me.
Yeah. Exactly.
I can't. There's no days off. Like I can't go like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna do this gig today.
And
Hell
yeah.
nah.
And I should clarify, the only reason I haven't had a 9 to 5 is because my wife's had a 9 to 5. My wife's had a 9 to 5 this whole time, and you know, I'm just
But that's cool
God
because
bless her.
yeah,
It's kind of the nature of your guys' industry, though. Because even when I met Rigo, he wasn't working his 9 to 5 either. And I was working the 9 to 5. And I was, he went back to school. We were keeping the ship afloat. But that's just the nature of your guys' gigs. You guys take on gigs,
Yeah.
there's not structure to it.
yeah, exactly.
There's not.
You your own boss, Rigo? No. No. He looks at her.
No, it's just the work technically is from 9 to 5, but what's really it's just as long as the work gets done.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter when, what time.
When do you do your stuff? Do you do it after work? Like, do you give yourself plenty of time to, create on your own, create for yourself?
Sometimes I take a break within the school. I'm sorry, school. I'll take a break within. So like if I'm doing work, my break will consist of sketching for myself. So that's how I kind of get the work in. Yeah.
Where do you
Or
guys
sketches?
see yourselves in 5 years together?
I mean,
I think we have different goals.
yeah. Personally, I see myself with multiple sources of income. Hopefully in a position like I mentioned, either creative director of somewhere. And I don't know. I've always talked about wanting to do a children's book, but again, that's all part of just finding that time. But that's kind of main goal is to either be a creative director at some awesome company and then having multiple sources of income. You?
Is there a piece of artwork that's hanging up at the house?
No,
No.
she doesn't like
I
my
don't
art style.
like his art.
They're in the garage, bro. Like, laying there. I was shocked when I saw that myself.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah, there's a couple.
you like the-
very few and far between.
Yeah.
His style is not my style.
The also
No.
ones that threw me off, it was just like laying in the garage. That
Oh, we painted that together though.
You know, you bring up a really interesting point because just today, when I told my girl about, and after I finished talking to German, our very short talk,
That's 4 hours.
4 hours, bro.
That's
And
why
then
I'm quiet. That's why I'm quiet this entire time. I'm tired of talking today.
Yeah, we literally talked for 4 hours. All it was supposed to be was like, hey man, I'm proud of you, man. I hope you got, yeah, I hope you do well, handle it.
Venting,
Nah.
like,
4 hours later, I'm like, damn, I gotta go pick up my child. I think she.
Yeah.
I did it while I was still talking to you. So anyway, so I hang up on him and I go and I tell my girl, and I already know her reaction. So I felt bad because I already knew she was gonna be like, oh, that's cool, that's nice, that kind of thing. And I kind of put it out there, I told her, I'm like, yeah, I already knew you were gonna do that. Or it's like whatever, yeah. And then she's like, no, listen. Like she got upset. She's like, listen, it's because it's not that it's whatever situation. It's because it makes sense that they would call you. It makes sense that it's you that this is happening to. It makes sense because I've seen you put in the work. So when she kind of broke it out like that, I felt like shit. I was like, I'm sorry, babe.
Yeah, it's
That was
just
my
that
bad.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Mhm.
My mixes, I get, all this positive feedback. Oh my God, bro, when's the second one gonna come out, right? And this shit was a banger. My girl, that's cool. Yeah, that's what I get.
That's very true.
That's
So you get the
literally-
same.
Yeah.
Like, so you'll be doing